Good afternoon. On what is a surprisingly bright, mild, but blustery day, it's Wednesday the 29th of December, back in the Read Nook with a cat who is not ours, a nice hot cup of tea, and a towering pile of boxes to, well, unbox. So the next one I'm going to do is this. So basically, I'm going to keep that away because the address is clearly on the front and back, so let's not try and show that. So I'm just going to get the knife, open this up. Okay. Okay. Just slicing through the sellotape. It's well bound. I'm just trying to avoid catching the cat's nose because I know what he's like. So there, are we there yet? Not quite. Let's just. And what I have got in here is this. A Periplus of southern Genertela, derived from the writings of Greg Stafford, Jeff Richard, Sally Peterson, Steve Perrin, Ian Cooper, Michael O'Brien and Harold Smith. And this is by Martin Helsdon, whom you will recognise as the author of the Men and Armies book of Genertela, Book of the West, which you can purchase is in digital and print format from the Johnstown Compendium on Drive-Thru RPG. This is a limited edition which he has put out basically on his own recognizance, and so there's a copy of this gone to Chaosium and a select number of gamers who were happy to make a donation to charity of Martin's choice in order to obtain a copy, and I was able to obtain a copy. And in fact, I was able to obtain 3 copies because I was able to get one from for a friend of mine, and then another copy of a friend of mine for her Christmas present. And this is it. So she will get this in due course once I have wrapped it. So you're getting a sneak preview of Neve's Christmas present, and it's a piece of fiction. It is a lengthy piece of fiction, many which carries the admonishment that may any who misuse or abuse this book be cursed by Lank or Mai. May any who pirate or seek to obtain money by this book be cursed by Issaries. Essentially a Periplus of southern Genertela. Join me then, gentle readers, as we embark upon a journey. The figurehead, brilliantly painted and washed with wax, has been adorned with a fresh garland. We have make our libations to the gods of the sea and to the ship's spirit. The rowers are eager, the crew standing by. The captain signs for the lines to be cast off. The sailors push away from the quay with long poles, and we drift out into the clear, shining waters. Above us, the sky is cloudless, the sun bright, glinting on the water. And this then is essentially from Rygos, a voyage round the Mirror Sea, annotated and illuminated to an extent. I would say not as in illuminated, but illuminated as in illuminated with illustrations. So there we go. Really fantastic piece of artwork there. Bright, vibrant, capturing sort of like the mythic feel of this. And this is basically, this is almost the equivalent of it's sort of like reading a great work of a legendary journey. I mean, something akin to Greek myth, Jason the Argonauts, or the Odyssey, akin to that. I'm not saying it's on that level, because that's not fair to to the Greek myths themselves. But essentially, one of the things about Glorantha and its much detailed background and history is it does lend itself to mythic storytelling of great heroes and travellers and the doings of the gods. So and it's said fairly text heavy. There is the illustrations are really present when you see them. You're really eye-catching, and this is much. I would imagine essentially if you go back to something like Cults of Prax, where you have the story of this, I believe it's the scholar travelling the region. It's a lunar scholar, I think, as I recall. No, I could be wrong there. And in each case, he is stopping off at various locations, and in doing so, he is commentating upon various cults he encounters and involving himself in their rites as best he can, and presenting what he learns. Again, we see the continuing journeys of across southern Genertela. Really bright, vibrant artwork there. And of course, none of this is, I would say, basically this is canon. It's written, basically it could be canon in your game. It could be just legends. It's all up to you. But of course, if you wanted to find a copy in game, well, it wouldn't surprise me if you found a copy at the Johnstown Library. Basically the artwork is kind of in keeping with the tone of the current view, current kind of artwork that you're seeing in Request role-playing in Glorantha, which has a definite Indian feel to it, in terms of its presentation of the divine and mythic beings. They are very much non-Western representations of the gods, and that's absolutely great. That's what you want. You want it. It is different, and it should be depicted as different. And again, fantastic artwork. A little bit of a change there in style. But yeah, I'm looking forward to digging into this and giving it a read. And I know people really wanted a copy of this as soon as Martin said he was publishing it, and is able to pick it up at Dragon Meet earlier this year. Again, more artwork. Essentially, with what looks to be a sleeping earth goddess, literally forming the land itself as events broil about her, above her, as the adventurers sail from one land to another. So this then, if you go on to something like this then is sort of like an addition, would work as an addition to the Greg Stafford Library, which you'll find on Lulu. There's a whole stack of books there which you can buy and add to your library to understand the mythic framework that makes up Glorantha. So I hope that at least Martin at some point makes this generally available, perhaps in PDF only, but essentially this is the author wrote at least 6 accounts of his voyages. Only 3 are presented here have survived intact. Copies of those are fragmentary, though in the future researchers hope they are fully recovered. So there is scope for more experiences of exploration in the world of Glorantha and Southern Genertela, which essentially is what this is. And hopefully that Martin will put this up as a PDF that people can read, rather than necessarily make it in print. A Periplus of Southern Genertela by Martin Helsdon. interesting piece of lore that you may or may not want to add to your game, but it does basically, hopefully once if you get a chance to read it, it will enrich your perhaps your understanding of Glorantha a bit further. So yeah, thank you very much, Martin, for letting me get hold of so many copies, so I can pass them on to friends, and let me get hold of a copy. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, please do click the like button down below. And if you have any comments or feedback, please take the time to post those. I do look at them and respond. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings here in the Nook, where you will see me with a box and a book, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea, and in this case a cat who is not ours, who is asleep on my lap. Then please do hit that subscribe button. Lastly, thanks again for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.